One time I wanted to be a pilot, and I thought, I've never thought this thought before in my life. How did I come to it? And that was because I saw a girl doing it and she looked like me.
GLT is a medium-sized manufacturer of premium quality semi-trailers. We make the products that transport goods that keep our society going, hauling stuff from farm to port or from farm to factory. For people in this industry, they're really used to having male leaders. So it is quite a shock to have somebody come in to lead a manufacturing firm that is a female. Only 1% of industrial CEOs are female.
Shay is the first female boss I've ever had in my entire career, and I've been working for many, many years. Way of thinking is completely different, and I think that diversity piece is super important from transitioning this organisation to the next level, and I think she's super dedicated. She's really inspirational. She really connects with people, so it helps give others a new vision of the things they didn't think were possible. That's the power of diversity, right? Is you're thinking differently, and she's someone who's thinking differently.
I wouldn't be the person I am today if I didn't go through the challenges that I had. It has made me incredibly resilient. It has made me an advocate to bring others into the industry, an advocate to change the culture. It's changed me in a lot of ways that I think has actually strengthened me as a leader. It is a huge transition from a business to go from a founder-led business into a scale-up, I guess you'd call it. We're a medium-sized manufacturer, so we've had a huge amount of change over the last 9 months. We've changed the rosters that the team work, we've changed the hours that they work, we've relooked at organisational structure, we're relooking at our processes and our procedures and looking at our culture and what are the things that we want to cherish as we move forward. It's a really challenging thing in our industry when there's such low proportions of women in trades and technical areas. When I started here, we had no women on the floor and we had no women in the engineering team either. So what I've been actively trying to do is, particularly with apprentices, really focus on trying to bring more women in.
If the guys are not seeing girls jump in and start doing it, they're never going to change their thought process or what they expect. I know the exact point of my life that like I kind of got skewed in the other direction. So this is year 9 woodwork, and I remember my dad was with me when I was filling out the forms to do classes, and it wasn't a hard decision. I was kind of like, oh, that'd be cool, this would be cool. And then my dad put me in home ec instead because he thought, oh, that's for the boys. It's so hard to break that barrier though. You just gotta go, you gotta jump.
I think it's just pure stubbornness. Every time somebody said you can't do something, I was like, just watch me. I am an incredibly driven person. I will work so hard to get to where I need to be, but I don't want those coming behind me to have to fight those same fights. As much as you have the negativity that comes in and people saying you don't belong here, you can't do it, this is not the place for a woman, at the same time, when you have somebody coming to you and saying you can do this, making space for you at the table and pushing you forward, it helps to balance that challenge.
Seeing like a role model doing what you want to do, or seeing something that you didn't think was possible before, just makes it seem so much more realistic.
I'm treated exactly the same way as the men are treated, and I have exactly the same opportunities. So I think that it's just more of exposing more females to engineering to get them in.
I did not feel accepted in this industry until probably about 5 years ago, maybe. I think we've seen a huge shift where the workforce has changed. Their expectations have changed. That empathetic understanding of that people are not workers first and humans second. And how do we design the workforce to be able to allow everybody to just be themselves, just be genuine? Like that's really all my goal is, to create a culture that people can be themselves and be happy and feel safe and trusted in their daily work.
I love that senior leaders are being more deliberate in mixing up the diversity. Of course, you'd expect differences in ways of doing things, and of course ways of doing things generates the overall culture mindset, and culture starts at the top with the leaders.
I would definitely encourage girls to get into manufacturing. I think that coming down and having a look for yourself really opens your eyes to what it is.
Manufacturing is definitely an industry for girls, and everyone should just have a look and get involved.
One of the most exciting things for me when I do tours and I bring people around the facility is seeing their eyes light up and be so surprised by how cool manufacturing actually is.